how can we solve the LDL problem? This is the black eye of most diets that people are following right now, such as the keto diet or the carnivore diet. Well, I have a solution for you. Wait till the end because you're going to get a complete picture. But essentially, to cut to the chase, you're going to have to stop eating red meat. You're going to have to replace that type of protein with some other protein. That's the only way to really keep the LDLs in check. The $1 million question is, do you have to? The answer is no, if you so choose. I don't know where you live, but I live in a free country, and we are allowed to eat whatever we want. We're not told by any government agency to eat a certain way, or there's no restrictions. Which leads us to the fact that one of the biggest complaints that people have when they go on a carnivore or a ketogenic diet is not the keto flu and not the digestive problems that people get, the constipation with the carnivore diet, but it's actually the fact that, yeah, they're losing weight, yes, their insulin is going down, but their LDLs go up and their doctor wants to put them on a statin. And it's confusing because one risk factor goes down, but another risk factor goes up. What gives? Well, unfortunately, many people in the carnivore and keto bands, they say, well, don't worry about LDLs. LDLs don't matter. It's the insulin sensitivity, it's your blood glucose. Your doctor's an idiot. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He just wants to make money. That type of narrative. Well, if you're going to eat a certain way and your LDLs are going up, you can't blame the doctor for wanting to put you on statins. If you don't want to be ridiculed or told off by the doctor because you're not taking statins, then stop going to the doctor. I mean, I wouldn't eat sugar, form a cavity, and keep going to the dentist where the dentist wants to fill the cavity and tell him, no, you're wrong, cavities are good for me. You just wouldn't do that. It's the same thing here. So if your LDLs really truly are not an issue, then why are you even having them tested? What's the point of getting the blood test if LDLs were really not a risk for cardiovascular disease? Now I'm getting to a point here, and that is usually it's the red meat and the saturated fats that increase the LDLs. So here is a solution. The reason, let's just not pull any punches here. The reason why you're doing a ketogenic diet or a carnivore diet is simply because you have diabetes, you're overweight, you're insulin sensitive or insensitivity, insulin resistant, and you're going to go on a lot of drugs and you want to get off that. So the key is to lose weight. Well, if you were to just not eat anything, you would lose weight. The problem is that you're not only going to lose body fat and water, but you're going to lose muscle mass as well. So the whole point is to make sure that you're eating enough protein to maintain your muscle mass and your bone mass, but yet starve your fat cells of sugar, which largely comes from carbohydrates, regular carbohydrates as well as processed carbohydrates. So if you were to be able to maintain the protein levels without the saturated fats, you wouldn't lose as much lean protein. So instead of eating big juicy ribeyes with saturated fats that were barbecued on a charcoal grill, maybe you can try using salmon, trout, turkey, chicken, venison, anything else other than that heavy red meat source. And what's going to happen? Every study that's been done to compare like a vegetarian diet to a carnivore diet, almost invariably the people that were on the vegetarian diet, their LDLs went down relative to the carnivore diet. And this is key, because if you were able to starve yourself of carbohydrates and eat enough protein without the saturated fats, then in theory, your LDLs would go down, and then you'd be able to go to your doctor and show him how proud you are that you lowered your A1C, that you lowered your blood sugar, that you're not insulin resistant anymore, that your insulin levels have gone down. Those things all happen when you basically don't eat carbohydrates. However, your LDLs would be lower because you're not eating those heavy saturated fats. So that's really the only way I can see the black eye of the LDLs going away, is to actually eat lean meats and lean protein sources and still continue with the whole idea of you're just eating those animal products. And that way your LDLs would be lower. Let me know in the comments section what you think of this solution, and tell me your story, because I'm sure other people are going to read the comments and be very interested in that.